Today we got a major Etsy leadership update. In this video, we're going to dive into exactly what this means for Etsy and what the future potentially holds. And today we're going to dive into what this means for the marketplace as a whole for all its creators and its buyers. So as you can see in this article, Etsy announced that there was a leadership transition. Current president and chief growth officer Shruti Patel Goyal will become CEO as of January 1st, 2026. At the same time, current CEO Josh Silverman will step down from the CEO role on December 31st, 2025, and the transition to executive chair through December 31st, 2026. So why does this actually matter, and what are some of the key takeaways for you as an Etsy seller? Shruti has been with Etsy for over 10 years, including product, international growth, trust and safety, and she was the CEO of Depop. So while it's a leadership change, it's not a complete outsider. It's someone who actually knows the Etsy business, and that gives continuity. In Etsy's press release, they highlight that she led Etsy's strategic growth initiatives, that she improved top-line performance, so we might expect even more emphasis on growth, innovation, and scaling the core marketplace. Etsy reaffirmed its mission to connect buyers to sellers creatively and personally. In her comments, Shruti said, "As customers' needs continue to evolve, Etsy will too, but we'll do it in a way that stays true to who we are, leaning towards what makes us different: human connection, our sellers, creativity, and distinctly personal shopping experience." So that suggests that while Etsy growth matters, she is aligned with the future of really keeping Etsy human, which I feel like is something that everyone always wanted to begin with. So now let's talk about what other implications this could actually mean for our future as sellers. But before we do that, I just want to shout out to our sponsor, Profitry.ai, the #1 product research tool on the market right now that shows you real-time insights about bestsellers and demand. You can see what are the top products are trending right now, how much estimated revenue that they're doing, so you can get ahead of the curve for your shop, especially with Christmas coming up. So sign up for free now. The link is in the description. So for sellers, with someone coming in with such experience about product engineering and growth of a company, we might expect to see a lot of tools that are really helpful for actual sellers that invoke actual growth and scaling for your shop, help with better discovery models and better infrastructure UI experience for the seller interface. But since before she was really focused on all customer touch points, this can hint at more robust seller services and technology enhancements for us. While on the buyer side, we might expect to see more improved user experiences, more personalized recommendations, which by their very nature helps us make more sales, and even potentially more international expansion or growth, which means that it could bring in more sellers, which does heighten competition, but as we know, competition is not actually a bad thing. Of course, with more opportunity, obviously comes more challenges, but that is okay because we need challenges in business to make us better. As Etsy scales, maintaining their human connection, it may become more important for you to actually sell your seller journey. So actually putting a face to the brand, making that About Me section, putting videos in your actual listings of you making the product, waving to the camera, as many touch points as you can, especially now that there's more spots for creative marketing with imagery. I would really utilize those spots to try to put your face behind your brand. People resonate with real people, and if you can show them that you're not just a Chinese reseller and you're actually having a touch in the creative process or in the actual finished product, people want to see that, and it's going to help your conversion rates. And because this emphasis is not going away anytime soon, whereas before we thought that this human thing was kind of not really gonna really come into fruition like it is, right? I think now more than ever, it's important that you are showing that you are a real person behind your brand. And I actually believe as competition of other local marketplaces arise, because Etsy was the first that had this handmade connection, I think they're going to actually even try to push this more. So here's a couple examples of how you can actually do this by just taking quick, simple videos of your products on your cell phone, or just taking a picture of yourself waving to the camera and just showing that you are actually a human. It can also mean if there is a bunch of enhancements to the tool itself, that this could potentially raise an increase in fees, which of course, no seller actually enjoys this, but it's kind of like if you're living in a really nice city versus a not so nice put together city, right? You pay more taxes in other cities and zip codes, but you get the benefit of the perks of the cleanliness and how they maintain the roads and everything else that goes into maintaining a city, right? Same thing on the Etsy marketplace. So potentially if they are enhancing the tool, there is a potential risk that they're going to try to find other ways to make money off of you. But if those tools actually serve a purpose that help us, then sometimes we're not so upset about the raise us of fees or helping us run our businesses in an easier fashion. So here are some things that we want to look out for and some dates that we want to keep an eye on for the upcoming month. Now until end of 2025, leading up to the transition, messaging around strategy. Expect Etsy to emphasize growth initiatives and marketplace enhancements. So we're going to want to stay tuned for some of those updates. January 1st, she becomes the official CEO, and we're going to want to be on the lookout for strategic announcements or new updates of the platform. It seems like overall this transition is happening in peace and in lightness, so it's actually probably all in a positive light and good for the company. And beyond 2026, if everything goes well, I'm sure we can expect a lot of AI functionality. And of course, as those launches happen, we're going to want to keep an eye out for those tools and how to utilize them as well. Overall, guys, this was a quick announcement. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.